Ashgabat, the city of love in Arabic. It's been called Las Vegas meets North Korea. It's also been called City of the Dead. We had ourselves asking over and over again, where are all the people?
A city from the future, just with no people.
There's no people.
No one. The city's empty.
Where are all the people?
I teamed up with a friend, Lexi Alford. Together we decided to tackle one of the least visited countries in the world. Let's paint the metaphorical landscape of this location with some questions. Language, Russian, and a splattering of Turkmen. In 1991, the Soviet Union fell, breaking the USSR into 15 separate nations. One of these being the glorious nation of Turkmenistan. Here, our irreverent and supreme merciful leader, Turkmenbashi, took the seat of power, naming himself president for life. He had some rules, however. No opera, it's too noisy. No makeup on television, and no dogs. He made dogs illegal in the capital city of Ashgabat because of their unappealing odor. His obsessions? Himself, horses, and the star, symbolizing the 8 gates of paradise in Islam. It's everywhere. I mean it.
8-pointed star.
He died in 2006, and Gurbanguly Berdimuhamedov took his place. A mentally unstable dictator and a musician, cranking the insanity of this country down, but only about 10%. Now it's his face that's everywhere. Is the country safe? For tourists, yeah, if you follow the rules. To speak your mind? Definitely not. Social media? Blocked. Google search? Blocked. Even my VPN didn't work. I had never seen that happen before. There's no freedom of the press, no freedom to say what's on your mind. It's a police state, and Big Brother is always watching. It's one of the most isolated and repressive regimes on the planet. It rivals North Korea. It's just a bit flashier. It's got the 4th largest natural gas reserves in the world, though much of the country is still impoverished. Is Turkmenistan expensive? The currency is the manat, worth about 3.5 manat to $1 from an ATM. From the black market, it's 13 manat to $1, making this country simultaneously one of the most expensive and cheapest destinations I've ever visited. So what was our first day like in Ashgabat, one of the strangest cities in the world? Well, it started with the drive.
Sometimes I come to countries, very rarely I come to countries where I don't really understand how or even why some things exist. But here in Ashgabat, I'm asking those questions. We're the only tourists here. There's a bunch of ladies dressed in blue who are gardening and cleaning. Little camera shy. And us and our guide. The overall impression so far has been just astonishment, if I can think of a word. This is an incredibly beautiful city, but so far everything seems quite empty. First impressions.
This place is quite strange. This is not what I was expecting at all.
What do you expect?
Well, I wasn't expecting so many gold statues and pillars, and this is weird.
But wait, who's that on top of the Arc of Neutrality? It's a gold statue of Turkmenbashi, constantly rotating to face the sun. That's a little bit extra. Everything seemed a little bit over the top. We learned later that Ashgabat was awarded the world record for highest density of marble-clad buildings. It seemed like the entire city was built on world records. Let's pull up Guinness for a second. Largest architectural star, most pools in a public place, highest density of marble-clad buildings, largest indoor Ferris wheel. After trying to digest all of this lunacy, we were pretty hungry. We wanted something local.
Ooh. It smells good. What is this?
Chal.
Chal, which is?
Camel's milk.
Camel's fermented? Fermented camel's milk. Thank you very much. And we put some salt in?
Yes.
All right.
You just do.
Mine too? What does the salt do?
Make it salty, but it's salty in any case.
All right, Bat, give me a tutorial here. So we have a bowl of plov. On top we have a hot pepper. We've got some garlic. And what else is in there?
Rice, carrot, and meat.
Plov. We heard about it in Uzbekistan. We're trying it here in Turkmenistan. Step 1 is dump it on the plate.
I'm usually do it like that because
Step 2, hot pepper on top. Step 3, enjoy. This, friends and family at home, is a giant, probably 2-liter jug of fermented camel milk called chal, which actually, we have some here. It kind of tastes like if you took cottage cheese, like the water that's in cottage cheese, into one of those DIY carbonated water machines, you know what I mean? You put the bottle in and you make it at home. But it's fermented, so there's like 1% alcohol in there. And it tastes very much like cheesy yogurt. They say...
I drank like a whole cup.
I actually don't mind it. The first sip's a little bit strange, but it's actually pretty tasty. And it goes, the flavor difference between these two things is amazing. So the plov tastes like grandma's home cooking. I'm a big garlic fan, and there's huge chunks of garlic in there. It's like such a hearty taste. There's like some fat and some oils, some garlic and some salt and some onions. Everything's stirred in a giant pot. They have some, is it beef or is it, there's beef on top? It's the kind of food that if a hard day at work or just like want a warm hug, this food gives you exactly that. It's amazing.
Our last stop of the day was visiting a place called the Wedding Palace of Happiness to see the skyline. We didn't know what it was, but it sounded ridiculous, much like the rest of the day. So we left.
That's where we are. Listen, this place is incredible. It's built and used for people to get married, to have wedding parties, to stay after their wedding, and it's probably one of the most incredible buildings I've ever seen in my entire life. We're up here because it also has a beautiful view of Ashgabat, and if you've seen a little bit of today, you know that there's a lot to see in Ashgabat. So up on this hill you can see all of the buildings, and all of the buildings are lit up with a variety of beautiful lights and colors. Take a look at this. So earlier today we drove around and we saw a lot of these beautiful little points of light. These are actually mostly apartments here, all lit up. And if you go look way over here, this little pink circle, that is the Ferris Wheel. Largest indoor Ferris wheel. And this is the TV tower, which we unfortunately cannot get to. It's closed to the public. But they said it holds the Guinness World Record for largest star-shaped building? Something like that? Thank you.
Angeli.
Angeli?
Angeli.
Canada.
Oh,
Tourists, yeah, tourists.
Hey, it's Mike Corey of Fearless and Far, and one of the main reasons we went to Turkmenistan to begin with was to roast marshmallows over the door to hell. That's coming up soon, but coming up next that I'm editing right now is riding the world's largest indoor Ferris wheel in Ashgabat.
Here we go. Private. Tour for two, please.
Turkmenistan was easily one of the weirdest, but also one of the coolest trips I did in the entire year. If you want to go as well, there's a link in the description for the tour operator that took us there. I've been doing this job for about 10 years, and I like to specialize in the more extreme, abstract locations. If you are also interested, I made an advanced travel tips video that you can get for free by going to the link in the annotation or in the description below. Type in your email, straight to your inbox. As well, if you want to see more of what happened behind the scenes in Turkmenistan, I can't post everything on my YouTube channel because it's a little bit incriminating for the people involved. I post all of the behind the scenes fun, extra, too raw for YouTube or too incriminating for YouTube stuff on my Patreon page. There's a brand new video I posted Turkmenistan just right now. Chase your fears, dragons, and I'll catch you in the next episode of the Turkmenistan series. Riding the world's largest indoor Ferris wheel in Ashgabat. See ya.